happy Thursday. Hope you are well. Thank you for joining me wherever you're watching from. If you are on Facebook, please give StreamYard permission to share your name with me so I know who's watching. If you are on Instagram, say hi. I would love to know who's here. I'd love to hear any questions that you have around marketing as well. Just put questions and ask away. It's been an amazing couple of weeks. I had the event um, where I had the coaching workshop, Monetize Your Music. I really enjoyed that. Really, really enjoyed that. Um, if you're watching, say hi. Hi, Teresa. Hope you're well. If you're watching a replay, put hashtag replay, and please give me some love so people that want to join can find the video easily. So just love the video and just say hi. All right. So yes, I was talking about the workshop. We had monetize your music. Lots of people came at different days, but it was amazing. I loved sharing it. I loved watching people respond. I loved watching people inspired to do different things, try new things, and some people actually also chose to come on board and work with me at the Fulfilled Musicpreneur Academy, which I'm really excited about. So yes, I am loving this. Yes, Teresa, thank you so much. It was an amazing workshop, wasn't it? And then Easter came around. So unfortunately, I worked Easter Sunday. My church had a parade. They have a Easter Day parade where after the big service, after the main service, they gather around and some other churches actually joined, and then they played music, they marched around the area, stopped at places, prayed, marched on. People were waving their flags. It was amazing. The kids had balloons that said Jesus is alive. It was just, oh, I cannot wait to join them next year. And yeah, and they even sang, like the kids at something really funny happened. So I'd been going for choir practice, and kids had been coming for 30 minutes to join the choir to learn some songs because they were going to sing on stage during Easter service. And they had been coming and going, and my kids were still sort of new to the church, right? So when I got back from Easter service, when I got back from working on Easter, I asked the kids, hey, did you see the kids that went on stage to sing? Because I wanted to ask them, do you want to join like the children's choir the next time something big is happening? And Seth was like, well, I went on stage, Mom. I'm like, what? You did? I was like, yeah, I went on stage and sang with the choir. And I was like, wait, you didn't go for rehearsals? But apparently, when there were like some kids can come up stage to join the main choir, some people were like, oh, kids, yeah, go, go. And I didn't realize that there were some children that had actually come for practice to rehearse. So it was so funny. My son didn't go for any practice, but he was like, I sang on stage. It's really funny. Anyways, back to the business of the day. Today, we are talking about marketing strategies. I'm really loving learning about business ways that you can serve, because that's really what it's about, right? It's about serving. So I'm loving the different ways to do it, how to grow your business, how to market, how to sell, and put forward all of the different things that you can offer to people so people know that you do this. And when they need that service, they're like, oh, I know someone that does it. And they get on the phone or they get on Facebook and they send you a message. That's amazing, isn't it? I think marketing really well helps you so you don't actually need to sell much, because people know you, they like you, they trust you, and they've seen other people that have worked with you. They've probably heard other people that have worked with you, and you've become so clear in your message about what you do that people know that you are the expert in that area. Oh, I know this person. This is what she does. And they send people to you. And then when they need you, they go to you. So that's what really good marketing can do. And it's not just about products or services, it can even be about your music. We need to market our music, and there are so many different ways that you can do this, right? So I know some people are on the Facebook group that have come from different kinds of businesses. I know someone joined this week. She read the email I sent out, and I was like, well, this week I'm talking about marketing. Join the Facebook group so you can join in or watch a replay. And she actually did. What she does is actually sales. So she sells properties. That's what she does. You can sell anything. Let me tell you a story to illustrate. So there's this story I've heard about a speaker who went on stage and said, do you guys know anyone who needs a tennis teacher? And people in the audience didn't really, they're like, no, I don't. Not many hands went up. They're like, no, I don't really know anyone who needs a tennis teacher. And then he said, okay, I can bet you that at least 80% of you know someone who needs a tennis teacher. And you're like, wait, what? Why? Why would you say that? We said we don't know anyone. So he's like, okay. He talked about this other guy who was a tennis teacher, and they were having a conversation. And he was like, how's business going? And he was like, oh, well, it's going well, but I need more clients. I work with children, but I'm not getting the amount of clients that I need. So he's like, okay, let me help you with that. So he says, how do you market yourself? And he's like, well, I just tell people I teach tennis and I teach children. And he's like, well, I'll tell you what he does, really. I'll tell you what he does. He gathers children and he teaches them tennis by running them around the court. An hour of intense running, hitting the ball, and getting them exhausted. So when they get home, they are tired, they just want dinner, and they want bed. But also, this also improves their skills, improves, teaches them how to work in a team, teaches them skills for sports that they need in life. And then he asked again, do you know anyone who needs a tennis teacher? We're like, well, I think I need a tennis teacher for my kids. I would love my kids to come back home exhausted, ready for dinner and straight to bed. So yes, I think I need a tennis teacher. And other people were like, oh yeah, I think I know people that need tennis teachers as well. Why? What is the point of this story? It's all about how you portray what you do. There's so many ways that you can present what you do to people that will get people to realize, oh, actually, no, I think I need that. And it could be not even particularly about the service, it could be the results of the service, because that's what this guy said, really. He was like, give your kids to this guy, he's going to tire them out for you and send them back to you. So yeah, lots of parents want that. They're like, yeah, take my kids for a couple more hours, bring them back to me exhausted. So I'm going to go through a couple of things that you can begin to do, you can begin to think through, and you can begin to create in your music business, your marketing business, your sales business, that will help you get really good at marketing. So if you are in properties, you are selling a home, right? You are selling memories. You are selling comfort. You are selling great neighborhoods, safe places. Who doesn't want that? As opposed to just, I'm selling a house for you to stay in. there's so many things that could be illustrated around the benefits of what they get when they come to you. Your music, what does it do for people? So I sat down early in my music career and said, I need to get my messaging right. Talked about what vision I wanted, what vision I had for my music, what mission I had, and how I wanted to portray that. So I essentially came and said, I wanted my music to bring God's presence to people all over, right? To the ends of the earth, in different nations, across, different continents. And then to dig even further, I digged deep to what I thought my core values were. And some of my core values are perseverance, faith, joy. When people come across me, when they meet me, many of them will be like, oh, your smile is so infectious. I love how you carry joy around you when you laugh, and I really wanted that to come across in my music, because when I'm leading worship or when I'm bringing music, I like to change the atmosphere so people leave better than before they came in. So I finally niched down to, I finally picked the message of Abiagini music, bringing contagious joy and persevering faith through music. And now that I'm speaking, through stories. Okay, so there's going to be lots that you can say around your music, around what's important to you, what you want people to take away from your music. And then down to particular songs, you can also talk about songs, what this particular song does for someone. Did you write the song when you were going through a particular phase, through a particular situation? What did you go through that got the song out? And what do you want people to leave with when they listen to your song? So you could say something like, I wrote this song when I went through a bad breakup, and the song came out of me trying to process the feelings and realizing that the most important person was God to me. And in maintaining that relationship, most of all, I would get everything else that I needed in life, something like that. And I'm hoping that when you listen to these songs, it brings the same message to you, that you really have all you need in God. And when you realize that actually every other thing is added to you, you could talk about your music that way. What did it do for you? What do you hope it'll do for others? So I'm just going to start talking about different strategies, different things that you have to think through. Okay, so you can get better in your marketing. Okay, number one, what is marketing? Marketing is raising awareness. That's it. It's raising awareness of what you do, who you work with, how you work with people, the results your clients get. Okay, those are the sort of things that you are raising awareness of in your marketing. Okay, so down to the people that you work with, down to your clients, really, really important to take a step back and think of the people that you really want to work with. Narrow them down as much as you can. And the reason I say that is because there is all sorts of people on the internet or on the different platforms where you are. To be able to cut through all of the noise and get to the people who need you and who you really enjoy working with, you need to narrow your messaging down so they can easily identify that you work with them Because when you narrow down your clients to that particular person, that person's age, that person's situation. So are they a mom? Are they a parent? Are they single, married? Maybe what do they do? What age? What gender? When you narrow it down, you are able to call them out through your messaging, right? And it's like, oh, when someone calls your name, you pay attention. Oh, this person is speaking to me. What are they offering, right? Compared to, hi everyone, it's everyone. That's not really calling anyone out. It's almost like someone going into a room and saying hi everyone, or going into a room and saying hi AB. You actually lift your head and pay attention when they say hi AB. You want to do the same thing with your messaging. Another really great thing that I find is really helpful when you're able to nail your message in this way is that when you start to do Facebook ads, you use all of these things as well. You can narrow down the age because you want to run a Facebook ad to the people that you want to get to. You don't want a buttload of people to sign up for your ad, but you can't really work with any of them. Then have you really hit your goal? The main purpose of running an ad is to find your clients. If you don't narrow your messaging down and narrow all of these characteristics, when you go on Facebook, it's going to give you huge numbers of people to market to, and it'll be even harder to find your particular crowd. So there are lots of advantages to nailing down your ideal client characteristics. Okay. There's even things that you can think about. What do they watch? What do they like? Do they like going on holidays? What do they do? Are they people that homeschool? There's lots that you can think about. So start thinking about that. Number 2, pain points. Your ideal client, what are their pain points? So my ideal clients are people who are in their middle ages, who work part-time, so work full-time or part-time, who do music on the side, have little time, have lots of responsibilities, have lots of things that they're doing with their life, and they need to hit their goals with little time, little stress, less money. They need something that will get them to where they need to go quickly because they don't have time to waste. They don't have time to waste. They're too busy, and trying to give them strategies so they can focus on what's really important. Those are my clients. Those are the clients I love to work with. I can work with anyone, but when I think of my ideal clients, these are the people I think about. They are generally not full-time musicians because what I teach won't be for them. So they are building up their music. They may go full-time in the future, but for now they are building up their music. They're starting new. They're still new to the music business. They are learning. Those are my ideal clients. Who are your ideal clients? Start thinking about who you want to work with. So you also want to think about their pain points because you want to talk about how you solve their pain points. So if their pain point is less time, I've already talked about how I do that. I myself have very limited time that I do all that I do with. My music, my coaching, songwriting, podcasting, all of that is done with limited time. So I do a lot of crossover where I make content and use it across various platforms and for various goals. So this live could be my podcast as well. Um, and that's how I've always thought about it, to always try to hit multiple beds with one stone. That's what I like to teach my clients as well. And what do you want them to achieve at the end of working with you? What are they going to get out of it? Okay. So the other thing you can highlight is to say, I get paid too. So if you're looking for clients, you want to know, you want to show that this is what you do, you get paid, you're not just doing this for free, right? So you can say, I get paid to help emerging artists to set up their music businesses so they can run profitable music businesses with less time, less money, and less stress. That's what I do. That's my messaging when it comes to my coaching business. So I love I do statements. I find them really helpful. I actually have gone to multiple workshops, courses where the first thing that they taught you was how to how to create your I do statement. So for me, I work with emerging Christian artists to create profitable music businesses with less time, less effort, and less money. I do that by virtual coaching, and I teach them different strategies, starting from getting their messaging right, getting their products right, getting their marketing right, automating their businesses, and really, really important, who have you worked with? What stories can you share about your client wins? People that have gone through the process, that have worked with you, and how they've come out on the other side. If you don't have testimonials or reviews, start with getting those first. That is a really, really great way to start your business. You go to people who will benefit from working with you and say, hey, I'd like to work with you for free for a review. So it's not actually for free because you're hoping to get a review at the end of working with you. If you're completely new, that is a great way to start. Like, hey, I want to start a business. I have great ideas. I think you'll be perfect. Do you mind sitting with me for a couple of sessions? This is what I intend to do. This is what I think. You already know that obviously they need to do this. You already know their pain points. You already know their goals. So you know that they will appreciate the help in that area. At the end of working with me, I would love you to give me a review so I can work with other people. Deal? Deal. So that's a really great way to start a business if you haven't started and you're completely new. Another really great thing to do is to create a lead magnet. That also has many different words, but essentially it's a free gift that you give to your potential clients that solves a pain point. So, as a musician or an artist, I know that one of our pain points is our song good enough? So if I come up with a checklist that will help you decide when your song was good enough to be released, wouldn't that be helpful? So you could go on Facebook and say, hey guys, I have come up with a checklist that I think would be really helpful in assessing your songs and determining if they need to be tweaked further or if they are ready for release. If you would like this checklist, just click the button below and I will send it to you. That's a lead magnet. That essentially starts to get you potential clients. They may give you an email for that lead magnet, and then you can talk about meeting with them for a free session, talking to them about what you do a little bit more, and taking it from there. All right. So I hope that has been a blessing. I hope you have learned a couple of things. I think if there's one thing that I would really love you to do today, it's to write your I do statements. How do you do that? You start with I work with. Who do you work with? You try to narrow them down. To solve, so I work with these people to solve this problem so they can, what advantage are they going to get from working with you? That's how you do it. Okay. So I work with middle-aged women to help them run nurturing home environments so they can have loving family times and create memories that last. Something like that. So I work with who are your clients, -- who are your clients, to help them. What do you do for them? So they can, the advantage they get from working with you. I hope that helps. So I do statements, start working on getting testimonials or reviews. Even if you don't have any, if you've worked with people before, send them a message. Say, do you mind giving me a review around what you did for me? It doesn't have to be a lot, just something small will go a long way. Get a couple of reviews. And where do you post all of these? You post them on your websites. You post them on your Facebook page. You post them on all the different platforms. So if you go on Twitter, there's always places to put all of these. If you have a YouTube channel, you put it on there, put it everywhere. This is what I do. Put it everywhere, okay? And start working on your lead magnet. Something small, something that solves a particular goal, and start serving people in your business. I hope people have been blessed by what I've shared. Do let me know if there's something that's been really helpful that will keep me going. Just know I'm not talking to myself, I'm talking to my screen. Teresa, thank you so much for hanging out. I need to sign off now. I have to jump on a coaching call. All right, people, take care. Enjoy the rest of your week. Till next week for another Mentoring Thursday session. Take care. Bye.